Hi everybody, welcome to the Via Vita art class. I'm your instructor Cami Casey and I'm so happy you get to be here today with me. We have a really fun project plan. It's going to be a little poster that says you are amazing just the way you are. It's going to look something like this. You can color it along with me or you can color it on your own. That's totally fine. But the supplies that you'll be needing for today's project are a white sheet of paper. You'll need a pencil. I always like to have a couple just in case it breaks. An eraser for our little mistakes. A black permanent marker to do your outlining. And some markers so you can color it. If you have colored pencils, those work too, or crayons. So let's get started. Okay, so you are going to start with your paper hot dog style. Remember, hamburger style is sideways like this. Hot dog is up and down. So we're going to start with it up and down. And we're going to do our block letters. Take your time with this. It's definitely a skill, but just take your time. So go into the middle of the paper, and we're going to do two lines that are kind of right above each other in the center of your paper. Off these two lines, we're going to do two lines going down, and then off this one, two lines going up. Just kind of repeat exactly the shapes that I'm doing, because we're starting with the amazing word, but this is the letter Z. So now I'm going to connect these two lines right here, and I'm going to connect these two lines right here. Don't forget, you can always pause the video if you need to catch up. That's not a problem. Now next to this Z, I'm going to do I'm going to do a long rectangle shape, and that's our I. Booyah. Next to that, I'm going to do another two long lines, and I'm going to do a little line down here, and I'm going to do a little line down here, and then I'm going to make a V shape that goes from there and connects here, and then this one I'm going to do another V shape like this and connect right here. So there's our N, and then we need to do a G. A G is super simple. You're just going to do a curved line like this. Then at the little tip over here, we're going to bring it in like that. Then I have a little hook at the bottom that I'm going to take back. And then up here, I'm going to do a little line, and then I'm just going to bring the G around almost like a C, and it's going to give us that G shape. Perfect. And just do the best that you can. The letters don't have to be perfect. If this is your first time doing this, I'm just proud of you for trying. Okay, so on this side, we need to do our A. So I'm going to... Remember, we're not doing like, we're making block letters. So when I say A, I mean it loosely. So look at, make the arch of the A, do two lines in, do another line kind of floating, and then connect them. And then in the middle here is going to be your triangle. And then we're going to do the M, so I'm going to have two lines right here. Don't forget to leave some room for your first A. I'm going to do like a V right there, two lines coming in at the bottom down here, and then this is actually like just a capital M. See, look at right there, I just did a capital M. And we're going to repeat for our A. Now look at, my letters are a little bit off, they're not spaced perfectly. That's fine, it's art, it doesn't matter. You just do the best that you can, and it's going to turn out exactly how it's meant to be. It's not fun if things are just exactly perfect. Okay, and then we're going to do a little arch going like there, and the triangle in the middle for our A. Okay, so we have our amazing word. Now above this, you're going to write with regular letters, your. So I'm going to do Y, kind of big. And look at how I'm looping my Y. O. U. R. E. Don't forget your apostrophe right there. And then underneath our block letters of amazing, you're going to write just the way. So the first word is just, so we're going to do a J. And see, I made it a little curvy. U, S, T, just, and now a space because it's a new word. The. Remember, take your time. You can pause the video if we need it. So the was T-H-E, and then way. W-A-Y. And I'm going to do a little curve to my Y. And then the two words at the bottom are U-R. So they're going to be split up with a little heart in the middle. So I'm going to first find that middle, and I'm going to put my heart. Now, if you don't know how to draw a heart, put a circle there, put a flower, put a star. You can put whatever you want there. Okay, now for our block letter of U, it's going to be, do a V, just like that. Now do two little lines coming off of it. Now we're going to bring the V back, but we're not going to connect it. See, I didn't connect it. And now we're going to finish it off with almost like a rectangle shape. The O is easy. You're actually just going to do one O, one circle, and then another circle on the inside. And then the U is pretty easy too. I'm going to make the shape of a U, but I'm going to stop. See, I stopped right there. I bring it down and take it out a little bit, and then I bring it straight up. And then up here, I'm going to do two little lines going in, and then I'm going to make a U shape. Okay, so just the way you are. So we need to do our capital A. We've already done these before. So I'm going to make two lines coming in. I have a line right here, and now I'm going to connect them. We have the little triangle in the middle. We need the R. The R is like a line. Look at, that's like a capital L almost. Now I'm going to bring it up and curve it to the side. And then up here, I'm going to bring a little line out, dip down, and then come right over here. And now we're going to do the E. So for the E, you do a line kind of in the middle. Now swing it around almost like it's the letter C. So there's a gap right here. And then I brought a line out right here, and we're going to bring it together. And then in here, you're just going to do a line with a little curve. And that's our R. Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. Okay, so this is nice that we could color this in just as is, but we need to do more. So up here, you're going to do what I like to call them little popcorn clouds. So I'm going to do a popcorn cloud up here, just about that, right next to the Y. And then I'm going to do another one that kind of comes off the page up here. And then connecting them, I'm just going to make curves. See, look, and I'm curving it over that way, curving it over. And this is going to give us a little rainbow. I just love color. I think that color just makes everything so much more fun. So we're going to have a lot of color in this. So we have a rainbow on this side, and then I want a shooting star over here. Now, stars can be kind of difficult, but I'm going to show you a trick. If you just do like a zigzag point, and you just keep doing a zigzag point and kind of turning your hand, you eventually get to a star. And your star doesn't have to have just 5 little points. It could have 10 points. It could have 100 points if you wanted. Now coming off the star, I'm going to do a curve just like that with a little line coming out, and I'm going to bring it back to the star. And then I'm going to move up a little ways, bring a line out, and bring it back to the star. And I'm going to do one more. Go up a little ways, bring a line out, and up to the star. And then it kind of looks like a shooting star. Now, the reason we did these block letters is because I wanted to do patterns inside of each block letter. Now you can follow along with my patterns, or you can, these are just some examples of patterns that you can steal some of them and do your own, whatever you want to do. But to go over these, these would just be horizontal lines. So you're just holding your pen to the paper and making horizontal lines. These are vertical lines. You just hold your pen to the paper and go in a continuous pattern. Or if you layer them on top, you get something kind of like this. Then we also have dash lines. This is a solid line. This is another dash line, but they're like a little bit bigger. And then this is a really tiny dash line. We have circles, so you could go big to medium to small to really little. You could do swivelly lines. You could do jagged lines. Then there's different shapes you can do. We talked about horizontal lines and vertical lines, but you can also do diagonal lines. And look at, if you do them in different directions, you kind of get this pattern when they're layered on top of each other. The same thing with the arrows. You could do arrows in different directions. There's a whole bunch of options. So for the point of this project, for all of our A's, so we have 2 A's in Amazing, we have 1 A in R, I'm going to do the horizontal line. So inside my A, I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm going to hold my pencil down, and I'm going to make horizontal lines. I'm not going to put them in the M, but I'm going to put them in the other A. So I'm going to, and remember, try to take your time doing this. You want it to look nice. I'm kind of hurrying through this, but again, pause the video if you need to, and then let's go to our other A. Let's do our horizontals down here. And I kept the horizontals out of the little triangle in the middle, if you see how I did that. If you get them in the middle, that's okay too. Okay, let's see. Now for the M, I'm actually going to trace the inside of the M with like a stitched line. So I'm going to go like this. Look at, I'm just doing a little dash, or yeah, that's what it is, a dash line inside of the M. And let's see, do we have any more M's in our block letters? Nope, we don't have any more. Okay, now for the Z, I think I'm going to do big circles. So inside the Z, I'm just going to put big circles kind of scattered around. And you can see sometimes I do like a half circle, so it's kind of just peeking in a little bit. Okay, for the I, I'm going to do the diagonal lines. And I'm actually going to add like kind of a little curve to them. So just like that. All the way down. Do we have any more eyes? Nope. All right, for the N, I'm going to do this really cool where you put the lines across. So I'm going to start with going up and down, which is vertical. So I'm making all the lines vertical, and now I'm going to go over that and do them horizontal, and it's going to give us a ton of little squares, like a checkerboard. Just like that. Remember, I know I'm going kind of fast, so if you need to pause the video, that's not a problem. Or if any of these patterns are too difficult for you, then you find one that works for you and you could do all the letters in that. That's fine too. Okay, for the G, I'm going to do small dots. So I'm just going to do very, very tiny, tiny dots all inside of the G. Real, real tiny. Okay. And then now we're down to our Y, and starting at the V, I'm going to do my smaller, not super small, but my small dots, and I'm going to just put some circles going straight down in there, and that's my pattern. That's perfect. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Okay, for my O, I'm going to do a little zigzag coming off of each coming off of the inside O. See, coming out, almost kind of looks like a beach ball a little bit. In my U, I think I'm going to do these long vertical squiggle lines. Maybe I'll do 4 of them. So there's one. This one's going to be kind of short. This one will be kind of short, and then this one will be kind of long. Okay. Now for my R, I'm going to do little clusters of circles. So maybe I'll do like 3 little circles close to each other there. 2 little circles close to each other there. I'm just going to do them randomly. 3 there, go down a little bit more, 2 there, 1 in the corner there, just little clusters. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, our E. I'm going to just do some triangles. I'm just going to make some triangles inside of our E. Now again, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. If any of these patterns are too difficult, you find one that you like to do and you work with that, because art is supposed to be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. Okay, so we're done with our the pencil portion. So now, for those of you guys that have taken my class before, you will get your black marker and you're going to outline everything. I mean, down to the last little line. This would be a great time to pause if you want, because I already have mine done. So go ahead and pause the video and you're going to outline with your black marker, okay? Okay. Alrighty, so as you can see, I have outlined all of mine in black, and now it's time to color. So feel free to color this just like I am, or like I always say, you can color using your own imagination, but use color. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my blue. So what I want to color blue are the cloud, our little popcorn clouds. I'm going to color those blue. I think I'm going to try to color everything blue that I want first, and then I'll move to the next color. So we're going to color everything that I want blue. I'm going to color that first. Okay, so I'm going to have that blue. I'm actually going to outline the word your. So the way I do this is I use my marker and I press it up against where that black letter is, and I completely surround it with my marker. And then I, see how close it is? There's no white in between, and I do it on all angles of it. This just helps make the words pop out a little bit more. I used to love making cards and signs using this technique because it's pretty easy, but it looks so good. It looks just so pretty. Whoa, got a little out of hand there. Okay, hold on. Bringing it back. Okay. So there's that. Let's see, where else do I have some? Ooh, so I also, in every other line on the A, I chose to do blue. So look at this. I'm going to skip, then I'm color blue. Skip, color blue. And I'm just going to follow that pattern, and it ends up making these letters really, jump off the page. I feel like we're almost like in a candy land looking at this. So I'm going to do the same thing for this A. Again, if you decide to use different colors, not a problem. If you're like, I really don't like the color blue, I want to use pink or purple. Sounds great to me. Sounds like a good plan. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's see, what else did I have blue? Oh, this letter N. Now, if you want to be crazy, you could color each of these squares different colors. I'm not that crazy. I'm just going to color the whole thing blue, but it still looks really cool because of like the texture that we have on the top of it. So, but if you guys want to go crazy and color in each of those individual squares, I say do it. That would be awesome. Okay, and then for the Y, I'm going to color the letter Y blue, but I'm going to leave the circles so I can color them a different color later on. Do your best to stay in the lines, not a problem if you go outside, but things do look a little bit nicer if you're able to stay more inside the lines. But then again, there's other forms of art where the goal is to be outside of the line. So, yeah. Okay, and then for the E, this E looks a little bit different because I didn't do triangles on this one. But if yours does have triangles, color some of the triangles blue. So I'm just going to color a couple of these blue. And then we'll be ready for our next color. Okay, now I'm gonna let's do our yellow. So the first thing I'm gonna do with the yellow, actually, I'm sorry, I'm using pink, but if you don't have pink, you could do red. So this first curve down here, I'm gonna color that with the red, or I mean the pink, I'm so sorry, with the pink. I'm also gonna outline the word the. If you decide you wanna outline a different letter a different word, then that's okay. You can outline them all in the same. You don't even have to outline them if you don't want to. But again, I just think it gives it a nice little add of color towards the end. And honestly, this is such a positive saying, you guys, because each of you are so incredibly amazing. This would be a great project for you to hang up in your apartment or bedroom. Or if you are taking a class, you put it on the front of your binder, because it's a good reminder to know just how awesome you are. I'm going to color in one of these little, the little thing shooting off of the star. And then, oh yeah, I'm going to color the remainder of the stripes in our A. Kind of reminds me of cotton candy a little. Who here likes cotton candy? Because I don't know about it. Sometimes it's so good, but then sometimes it's so sweet. Okay, and then for the Z, I'm going to color the background of the Z. So I'm going to leave the circles blank, and I'm going to color the background pink. We'll color the circles in a little while, just not quite yet. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to color the heart right here pink. Oh yeah, again, I know some of you guys might be using red. That's okay too. Oops, and we got to finish our A. Let's finish. Go. Okay. Now I'm going to get my next color, which is the orange. And first I'm going to do the next band on the rainbow. So we started with pink and now it's orange. I'm going to color my entire M one color. Okay. And then, I'm going to outline the word way with my orange. There we go. Again, slow and steady wins the race, you guys. Don't be stressed out. I know I move a little bit fast. Just have fun with it. Save it for another day and come back to it. This is all supposed to be fun. Now with this O, I'm going to do every other zigzag I'm going to color. So like I'm going to start just randomly. Okay, I started right there. Then I'm going to skip and I'm going to go to the next one. Skip and go to the next one. So it kind of gives me a little bit of a pattern. Okay. And then the background of the R, just like we did the background of the Z pink, I'm going to do the background of the R orange. So I just color everything that is in a circle. Perfect. All right, now let's switch colors. We'll go to yellow. Now I'm first going to color this star up here yellow. And then I'm going to go over to do my rainbow band. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm going to do an every other for the curve. So look at, I'm going to start with yellow, skip, yellow, skip, yellow. And then I'm going to outline my just. So I'm going to outline this with my yellow. I mean, you guys, look at this right now. You can't look at this and not be happy. It's just like so positive and bright. I love it. Okay. And I'm going to color in the inside of that too. All right, now the little dots in our Y, I'm going to go ahead and color those yellow. Let's see what else. And then the rest of our E, I think I'll give that a splash of yellow too. Looks good. Okay. Looks like we're done with the yellow. Now let's get the green. So first I'm going to start with my band up here. Now if you only did 3 bands, you don't have to do this one, but if you did, then just keep going with the colors. No worries if you didn't know. I'm going to color in one of these shooting stars right here. And let's see, what else do we have green? Oh, the circles in the Z. Now, as you can see, I just have, each color is all over the page. I don't have just pink up here and there's no pink down here. I try to spread the color out over the entire page because it's just a little bit, to me, it's more appealing that way. But if you like to stick with just 1 or 2 colors, that's okay too. All right, I'm going to color in my G. I'm just going to color this one in solid. Just going to color it in solid because with those black, I did the black dots, so it looks like green with black polka dots. Super cute. Okay, and then the remainder of these little guys, we're gonna, the little squiggles that are blank, you can color those green. Let's see. And then, yeah, all right. Let's see, we also have purple. I'm gonna use purple and I'm gonna fill in right here. Ooh, I'm gonna fill this in purple. Oh, it's kind of a pink purple. I like it though. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna color in the whole letter for this, but if you want to get creative, you could do every other color. Even with the stripes here, you could have done 3 colors, or each line, each row is a different color. You guys, your art is just whatever you can imagine, that's what your art can become. And then with these dots, I'm going to go ahead and fill each of these dots in. Now the last thing, we're just about done with our picture, but the last thing that I want you guys to do, and I forgot to tell my last class this, is sign your work. Because, you guys spend a lot of time and pride working on these things. You need to sign it. So at the bottom here, I'm going to put Cami Casey. And I think with my signature, I'm going to do a little heart. Love it. All right, well that concludes our class for today. I just want to reiterate to you guys how amazing you guys actually are, and I just hope that you always, always, always remember that you're just rock stars. So keep it up, and I can't wait to see you for our next class. See ya!